All right, what's up, my brothers? We're live. This is an episode for the Cold Hard Truth. We're in Bomber Command, dropping some cold hard truth bombs on crazy women and why you should never date them. There's a story that's been out for a while. Actually, I've had it sent to me a few times in the last couple of weeks, so I figured I'd hit on this. The Jacqueline Ades case. I don't know if I'm pronouncing the last name right. She went by Jackie. This chick apparently hooked up with a guy on a millionaire match site. He took her back. They got into it, and then he ghosted her. After that, she sent like almost 160,000 texts to this dude and some crazy shit along that. So I want to dive into this in just a second. This is something that most guys will deal with at some point in their lives when it comes to dating women. I mean, I think the stats are something like 1 in 4 or 5 or so, roughly, women above the age of 30, 35 or so are on some kind of medication, whether it's to deal with antidepressant or something along SSRI lines. But that doesn't always equate to, crazy, like this kind of crazy. Like I've had chicks that I've told to pound sand and get lost and leave me alone. I've had like 100, 150 texts. I've had to shut off my phone for the afternoon, just so it didn't ring constantly. They're out there, but I've never seen anything with 159,000 plus text messages, and this chick's crazy. So let's hop into it. I'll throw up on the screen here. Let's start with this page over here because we have. So this is her. This is our Jackie Ades. She looks like a smoke show here in this picture. This is her mugshot. So you can see makeup can do quite a lot for women, but obviously. Dude met this chick on a millionaire dating site. Let me find it here. I think they have a link to it. Here it is. It's called Luxy Millionaire Dating. Now, he hooks up with this chick, brings her back to his place stupidly. Never do that, guys. Especially, I mean, give it at least a few dates before you get to know it. I mean, if you're going to have a same night lay or a same day lay, go to her place, get a hotel, the car, the part, whatever. Figure out something else, but don't like women that jump into the sack this quickly can potentially be problematic. I remember to share a personal story, there was this chick that I was talking to in a first date. We were only hanging out for 45 minutes at this time, just sipping away at a coffee and just shooting the breeze. And she said something to me along the lines of I don't know, like, have you ever been in the back of a cop car or something, something to that effect? And I was like, no, why would you ask a stupid question like that? Why? And I'm just thinking in my head, I'm like, wait, hold on a second. Have you ever been in the back of a cop car? And then she proceeds to tell me this story about how she spent a night in jail because she tried to get back with her ex, and she lost her patience and picked up a log and threw it through his front window. And long story short, anyway, she was crazy. You got to get good at spotting crazy and not letting it take advantage of you. You're far better off walking away for it. Or if at the very least you're going to engage in something that might be potentially crazy, don't do it at your house. Don't let her know where you live. I mean, just be a little smarter about it. I want to show you. There's a video over here. So here's another picture of her. By the way, she doesn't look anything like this. Like there's a video here of her. I think this is the interview. So let's see what she says over here. I want to make sure I have audio on with this. Just give me a sec. I got to remove this. And give me a second here. Share screen. This is and share audio. So I just want to make sure you guys can hear the audio on this. Okay, we're back. So just have a listen to this, all right?
I met him online. I was looking for my healing angel. The psychic I met told me I would meet a healing angel. I felt like I met my soulmate and everything was just the way it was. And I thought we would just do what everybody else did and we would just like get married and everything would be fine. But that's not what happened. You don't stop giving, even if you don't receive. You all of a sudden receive a lot. No. Oh my God, no, I love him so much. I just want to love him so much. That's it. And if he doesn't like it, then I'll go home and I'll love my ex-boyfriend.
That's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. This is the same chick here. This is probably one of the photographs she used in her Luxy millionaire match dating profile. And this is what dude ended up with. This level of crazy here. Now, this is a press interview. This chick, by the way, was let off the hook. The charges were dropped because she was deemed, where's the language that they used here? Authorities deemed her, what do they call it? appointed psychologist is now meeting with the D's in prison in an attempt to restore her competence. So they deemed her incompetent. Yeah, she was definitely competent enough to do a few things here. Like she broke into the guy's house when he was out of town, and his security cameras picked up on the break-in, and he sees her taking a bath in his house as if she like lives there. So he calls the cops. The cops show up, and she starts rambling on about like numerology and horoscopes and the universe and all this kinds of stuff, and acting like she actually lives there. They also found a massive knife in her car too, by the way. And she made some physical threats to him, which I'm going to get in just 1 second because I have another video over here. Let me just pull this out of the screen. Stop share Chrome. Okay, so this is the other video. Share audio. Boom. Okay, so this is a interview. It looks like this is a little bit longer piece. The other one was 30 seconds. This is about 2.5 minutes. So I just want you to listen to this. But after you listen to these two interviews, you can't tell me that dude did not pick up on some level of crazy, either when he met her in person or with the text messages prior to that. So I just want you to listen to this. Hold on a second and play.
That you text him pretty often. Is that the case?
Yeah.
How often do you text him? All day. What do you text him about?
Love, secrets of the universe.
Love, secrets of the universe. In your text messages, you made a lot of statements that were very aggressive towards. We're making those.
Oh, did I know?
Yeah.
That I would eat him?
You talked about that. You talked about how you wanted to cut up his body.
So she was talking about eating this guy. She was talking about like, hang on. Let me just carry on because you got to hear this crazy shit.
You wanted to remove his organs. You wanted to remove his circulatory. Do you remember?
I would never do that. Well, I said if he left me, if we were together and he left me.
Okay. So if you were saying that
if we ever were together, that I love him so much that I would do those things.
If he left you?
Me, yeah.
Okay. So if he didn't want to be with you right now.
Oh, that's okay.
That's different though?
Yeah.
How's that different?
Oh, because he's not here yet.
Okay, so if you were to see him again and then he left, these are the things you might do to him?
No, I could never do that.
Okay. Then why'd you say them?
I don't know. Something came over me.
Okay. I mean, you talk about wearing his, when you say face.
Fascia.
What does that mean?
It's a joke. Fascia is like the thing that covers all of the muscles.
Yeah.
I wears fascia in his skull. I wouldn't actually do that.
But you said it.
It's funny.
No, it's not.
Okay, sorry.
I mean, it scared him a lot.
Sorry.
You're talking about taking out his muscles and his organs and
oh, God,
wearing his skin, and I mean that.
I didn't think it was scary. I mean, he does this to me. He called the police on me.
Yeah, because you say things like this.
I mean, I didn't say that the first couple times he did call the police on me.
But you've said it since he called the police on you, right? So after we arrested you, that's when you sent all those texts.
Is it?
I believe so, isn't it?
Oh, because when I went to jail, I realized how much I missed him.
Yeah, and then you got out, and then you texted him all this. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you do remember sending those texts.
Sorry.
So yeah, so that's why we're here. Yeah, you scared him a lot.
Oh.
I mean, he's scared.
He scares me too.
Why? How does he scare you?
Because all I want to do is love him, and he runs away from me.
Yeah, I mean, but these. Do you think that these are normal things to say to people?
No, I don't think anything I say is normal.
Okay.
I understand now.
Okay.
All right. So there's that clip. I mean, let me show you something else over here. Hang on, I got to pause this. It's still playing. Stand by. There we go. All right. And stop screen. So this is our share application. So this is her Instagram, which is still up. I guess she's probably still in custody, so she hasn't had a chance to take it down. This is the kind of batshit crazy things that crazy women do, is they'll tattoo the initials of a man on her finger. Her name's Jacqueline Ades, and that's obviously her left hand, her ring finger, obviously. This hand over here. A lot of people are like, oh, Rich, you got married. No, this is my right hand, bonehead. This is an aura ring that tracks my sleep. This is her ring hand. So you can see over here, this is her ring finger. And these are the initials of some other dude that she's tattooed on her hand, her big fat pinky finger over here. I mean, if you look at this, there's nothing really in here that that would stand out to say, like aside from the overabundance of like, selfies and like pictures of her, in fashion poses, this is pretty much the standard Instagram feed of your Insta thought these days. One of the things that did stand out is she's got a whole lot of pictures of these two. I call these, these are probably Chihuahuas, but I call these rat dogs. Like any chick that puts clothing on dogs like this, and parades them around and puts them all over Instagram. There's one over here. There's another one over here. Every chick that I've met, of course, with the the filter, she thinks she's a dog or something. Any chick I've met that's had multiple small little rat dogs like this has always been a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. So there's a little bit of a signal there. Aside from that, there's nothing really here that stands out too much, showing that she might be mentally incapable of operating and not able to deal with rejection. Like for the guy to take her home, bang her, and then ghost her, and then for her to break into his house. This is her last one over here, which is April 2018. And according to the news article here, she broke into his house April 2018. So that's when they took her into custody. But she made all of these I think there's some screenshots here, the text messages on one of these. Just give me a second. Let me see if I can find it for you guys. I think it might have been on this one. So here's another picture of her over here. So this is a screenshot from Jackie. I'd wear your fascia in the top of your skull into your hands and feet. And, I would, guys, when you see women that spell crap like this and send you an overabundance of text messages, just like hammering them out to you before you even meet her or even as you're about to meet her, it's always a bad sign, man. It's always a red flag in my book. I remember there was this chick once that like I hadn't even met up with her yet. And she's hammering away on my phone all day long. Like I'm talking 30, 40, 50 messages or, something along that line. And what lyrics was she using? She had like a pet name, like something like Hun or Sweetheart, and was used in every single text message. And I was just like, forget this. I got no time. And, she was hot. The optics of something like this is what you're looking at. And some guys might fall for that, and they end up with some chick that sends 160,000 text messages, breaks into his house, and sends him stuff about wanting to wear him. I'd wear your fascia in the top of your, stuff like this. I'd make sushi out of your kidneys and chopsticks out of your hand. But like, come on, guys. There crazy exists out there. You have to be tuned into crazy having the capacity to ruin your life. I don't know what this guy's name was. They didn't disclose it. Obviously, he kept it private, and for whatever reason, the state of Arizona, that was not made public. But she's publicly been marched through, the streets, and rightfully, hopefully, taught a lesson. She probably won't ever spend a day in jail for stalking, breaking into his house, sending him 160,000 text messages, threatening him physically, because she's deemed incompetent. So, I guess if you're crazy, you might as well go full retard. Like just go all the way, and then they'll just, deem you incompetent. They can't try you. There was something in here where she was hoping that she would get her day in court because she still believes the jury would find her innocent and want her to marry the man. So she actually believed that if she had her day in court, a jury would find her innocent and force him to marry her. I could go on and on, through this, and I don't want to spend a huge amount of time. I think 15 minutes is plenty, but you should be aware, gentlemen, crazy does exist. Hone your skills and spot red flags as soon as possible. I have a chapter in my book on the 20 red flags of the Unplugged Alpha. You can grab it on Amazon. It's available in Kindle and print. It's a great read. It's like 200 pages. You can rip through it in about a day. I will have Audible soon, probably in the next 3 months or so. So just sit tight. I know a lot of you guys are asking, but definitely you want to avoid problem women like this. Do not invite insane women like this into your life. I am 100% certain that she sent off some warning signs before he even met her, and even after he met her, before he decided to take her home back to his place. You ignore the red flags, you're going to deal with consequences like this. You're far better off not inviting crazy into your life and missing out in an opportunity to increase your notch count by 1 or whatever this guy was thinking at the time. But you're far better off keeping this kind of stuff well away from you. This is a definite red flag. I talk about this in my chapter on red flags. You know, crazy women like this. You just have to get good at spotting them and making sure you don't let them make their problems your problems. Smash the like button, comment below, guys. Do me a solid and hit the notification bell. I've been told by quite a few people that have been unsubscribed from my channel lately. I guess the algorithms are swinging a totally different direction. I got lots of stuff coming out over the next few weeks, so we'll catch up with you real soon.